group. Please welcome up to the stage Jake Englander.
Yo, what's good? What's really good though?
That haircut.
Thanks, man. Wow, you're not too bad yourself. Is that are you guys a thing?
No.
Oh, okay, just friends. Oh wow, okay, I see it now. Hell yeah, that's awkward. Just gonna move on. I got a weird look. I look a little bit like the Joker. I kind of look like Heath back off the Ledger. Yeah, I kind of look a lot like Macaulay Culkin too my whole life. You know, Home Alone. And when I went to Jewish summer camp, it was a normal Jewish camp. You know, it wasn't one of those. And regular showers and everything. And so I was there, and the girls, they all hit puberty before me, and they would form vicious gangs, right? And they would be like, do the Home Alone Macaulay Culkin face. Yeah, so due to shared poor life choices, I still look a ton like Macaulay Culkin. And it's just brutal, because neither of us have ever wanted this look. We're just stuck. We were born this way. And it's terrible. I didn't have to sleep over at Michael Jackson's house, at least. You know? But I also didn't get to bang Mila Kunis, so it's sort of a trade-off situation. Kind of, good with the bad there. And I came this close to getting molested. It was a real 4th and inches situation. I was like 8 years old, and I got into the wrong car, or a very similar looking car that turned out to be the wrong one. And this guy, thank God, he was just a chill dude. He's like, you are in the wrong car. So that could have been bad. Yeah. I would have needed a lot of therapy. I'm kind of a dumb Jew, I'm not one of those smart Jews, and I give a lot of my money to a smart Jew. She's like Yoda. She's like 700 years old. She's my therapist. She's always saying things like Yoda, and I don't get it first. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then she's always right. It's infuriating. Yeah, I can't stand it. Do you guys think Jesus was in therapy? Maybe, right? So he would have to do Zoom therapy though, because he was always on the move. So he's zooming in, right? His therapist probably sounded like mine, probably Jewish also. She probably sounded like, how you doing, Jesus? He's like, I'm okay. I'm not great recently. Pretty paranoid, to be honest, about the Romans and a couple other things. She's like, oh, that's terrible, Jesus. Should we up your Prozac? He's like, maybe, yeah, probably. She's like, okay, what about some Klonopin, PRN? He's like, no, I could probably just turn water into wine, if it gets really bad. Levi, Marty and Drew? Mm-hmm. So Drew looks like when Jesus carried the cross up the hill, and Marty looks like after the 3 days. It's an inside one. Speaking of historical Jews, you guys know that the Jews apparently built the pyramids, Jewish slaves? And I'm like, us? Like the Jews I know take 3 to screw in a light bulb. You're telling me that we built the pyramids against our will? I'm not buying it. Like maybe if you told me that we were like the lawyers who sued people for like, workforce non-compliance or something, I'd be like, yeah, that totally tracks. But like, we built the pyramids? I don't know, plus you're in Egypt. Like, not to be a dick, but there's a much better labor source nearby than like, really like weak-wristed Jews. They're like, oh, my back. We would be the worst at that, at building anything, really. I don't know. And then they say Jesus was a carpenter. That's pretty unbelievable. There's no way he didn't outsource that to the Romans. I don't know any Jewish carpenters. That's not. If you told me he was an accountant, I would be like, sure, yeah, probably. Yeah. Also, they didn't even have carpentry back then. Everything was caves, right? He was always hanging out in caves. Why are people talking as if, like, yeah, this guy was super, like, he was always building wood and stuff? You never actually hear that much about Jesus' carpentry. They talk a lot about the miracles, but not a lot about, does he have good workmanship? Is it quality work? Is he a union guy? Does Jesus have a union card? And I just, like, is it shoddy workmanship? Is he independent? Is he a contract guy? What's the deal there? I don't know. And they don't talk about that at all. It's interesting. I think Jesus would actually be pro sex work, because he was always hanging out with Mary Magdalene. I've done a lot of Wikipedia research when I was high the other day. The dispensaries are crazy. They're just like giving out edibles that are just dosed completely misleadingly. It says take one, and I should take like a quarter. That's a fun gamble. I don't really gamble with like money. I sort of gamble with my drugs. I'm like, 5 to 1. Let's see if I make it home. Let's put it all on black. Yeah, I'm playing Russian roulette. Yeah, it's a real catch-20 Jew. That's a fun. You guys don't read books? Okay. It's chill. I'm Jewish, I can say it. The other thing I've been thinking about with being Jewish is like, we're such a guilty group. Like, we're not confident like Italians, I would love to be one of those cool ethnicities like Greeks or Italians. Or we don't have any rhythm or any musical ability. We're just awkward and nervous. How is that a thing all the time? I hate that. Also, our food gets really, other than British food, people hate on Jewish food the most, I feel like. And that's not fair. Because like all we had to work with for ingredients was like snow and anti-Semitism. So like, and we gave you like matzo ball soup out of that. So like that's pretty solid, I feel like. I don't know, people are unfair. It's tough. But it's hard to enjoy anything as a Jew. And my buddy who's Catholic, we have a similar kind of dynamic. We've both got the guilt and the shame thing going on. We're actually going to start a law firm called Guilt and Shame Incorporated. And our first client is going to be the Catholic Church. Yeah. It's cool, you can laugh at that one. And I had something else for this, but I'm high. You guys like to smoke weed? Woo! Book 'em! I'm a fucking narc. You're under arrest. In deep cover. You don't even want to know the gay shit I had to do to establish this cover identity. I liked some of it. The cuddling was cool, but... Hell yeah. No, I loved watching Brokeback Mountain. That was a cool movie. You guys wonder, when cowboys saw that movie, were they pissed off? Like, their whole thing is being, like, alphas who are, like, straight, and then, like, Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal gay it up, and they're like, what the hell? They had to be pissed. They were definitely riding the horses after that one. Pulling up from the Old Town Road, like, what the fuck? That was our thing! They made us gay! They had to hate that. It's a good movie, though.
Easy to remember.
Man, I'm so high. I feel like Matthew McConaughey. It's like, I've been driving to Lincoln before they paid me to, before I understood the concept of money, because I was addicted to weed. He's trying to run for governor for a minute. That would be cool, right? You'd be the chillest politician ever. Be like, everybody needs to relax. We all need to just take a minute and chill. We need more people like that in power. That would be cool. Alrighty. I have been Jake Englander. You can follow me to the parking lot.
Give it up for Jake, everybody.